Hoping this tiny network will be stable. More than 15 minutes, nothing. We ended with our third segment, right? We finished the first two. So we are with the third now. And the third segment is the appropriate age for sex education. Appropriate age for sex education. That is from toddlers to teens. So the appropriate age normally to start is from 2. They have a full comprehension of what you're saying, not like 100%, but the basics, at least they get what you're saying. That is from 2 to 5 years. That's the foundation stage where you teach them how to name their parts, the parts of the body, and calling each part by its scientific name, that is original name, not like what some of us parents we do, like here in Africa or in Cameroon in particular, we call the male organ toto. Each country has its own way, and then we call the female reproductive organ pumpkin or Jerusalem, something like that. So parents most often shy away from calling these parts by their scientific names, and it is not good. So many kids grow up not knowing the scientific names of their sexual organs or other organs of their bodies. So it is very vital that we use their scientific names. Okay. So they also have to understand the difference between public and private behavior, meaning how they are to behave in private and how they are to behave in public. So you have to teach your children that as well. That is from 2 to 5. So their everyday interactions, how they are to interact with, I said that before, with their peers, how they are to interact with the ages above theirs or the ages below theirs. So most of us parents, we neglect to know that it is from the ages 0 to 5 that we have or we make the children to fully develop their understanding concerning so many aspects. Because after 5, it is what they have learned from the first 5 years that they struggle now to implement in real life. All right. And then if we move to the ages 6 to 10, that is building on the basics. When I talk about the basics, it means body changes. So from 6 to 10, we start having some body changes, especially for the female children. It is really rapid than the male. And then that builds curiosity in them. They're being curious. I wasn't like this. How come I already have some kind of, most of them call them deformities. Some of them, yeah, they say my body is deformed in this section because I was living with my junior cousins in the house. That's what they would say, that my body is deformed like this. And then in some children, these organs, they start, that is fully, they begin to fully develop around 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, while others at around 12 and above. So when these organs start developing, you see, it really gives them curiosity and they start asking so many questions. And then you also have media influence that being also influenced by what they watch, what they see online, on magazines, and the rest, on TVs, or what the conversations that they usually have with your friends. So if you don't teach them at home at that age, they will be taught outside, either by their friends, strangers, neighbors, or social media and the rest. So it is good that we teach them at home, educate them at home to be fully aware. Welcome everyone. Please make known yourself. I can see that 3 people in the house. Can you please make known yourself? Double tap to like the stream, and if you've not subscribed, I kindly plead that you subscribe to support the channel so that we can grow. Thank you. So, and also at this age, we try to teach the children the values and respect for diversity, because they're going to meet different people in their lives. They're going to meet different genders. There's so many things that if you don't teach them, when they start asking questions outside, and they'll be getting the responses from outside, whether correct or not. That is what will stick in your brains, and that's what they'll be implementing or carry out almost throughout their lives if they don't come to discover the truth maybe in an older age. So they have to know about different family types, different family members, different gender identities, because there are various gender identities nowadays. And then also teach them that each one has chosen his path, so they shouldn't judge. You're not supposed to judge, but that to know the truth, what is correct and what is not correct. And then from the ages 11 to 18, we have the adolescent years where puberty begins. Then we also have the start having some relationships, and then they start like trying to get involved maybe in what they see online. So many get involved in pornography. So many try to explore different aspects, that is what they see online, what they see their friends, especially those who are gone to maybe to colleges or universities or in boarding school, that is in dormitories. They live in dormitories. If they don't have the basics at home, when they reach in those areas, they see other or their peers doing those things, they will think like, okay, maybe it's right. I'm already of age, so I'm supposed to be doing this, I'm supposed to be doing that. If I don't do it, they'll see me off. They'll see me as delusional, or I'm off, or I'm not fit. But you have to teach your child that he or she has to be distinct in his or her own way, that he or she must not follow the crowd. The fact that 99 are going left does not mean that he or she is supposed to go left. Okay? So they should have the correct mindset. The correct mindset. So when they have the correct mindset, even if at one point in life they maybe your friends try in at least to indoctrinate them with certain ideas or ideologies, with the foundation, with a very solid foundation on the information you've inculcated in them, they will be able to say, no, this is not what I was taught at home. This is not what I know. This is not what is correct. So they'll be able to desocialize themselves from such friends, also from such ideas. So we are supposed to teach them about good health habits and relationships. And then moving to our fourth segment, we'll be talking about Common myths and fears. There are so many myths surrounding this aspect, this topic, and it drives fears in so many children, especially in the adolescent age. So many people say, no, it's too early to talk about sexual education to our toddlers. No, they're not understanding, they don't know. They know. When you tell him to go and poop, you ask, he knows what he uses to poop, he knows what he uses to pee. So when you teach them, you call those names, you tell them, they know, they understand what you are saying, right? So why do you think that if you want to teach them sexual education, they will not understand the meaning or what you are talking about? They fully understand. As I said before, not at 100%, but at their level, they understand what you are talking about. And then the more you talk to them from that tender age, that's how they grow with the ideas, with the mindsets. And then when they come of age to fully comprehend everything about the subject matter, it is easily assimilated, okay, into their systems. Okay. And then some other myths also says that when you talk about sexual education, you instead encourage it in children. No. When you talk about sexual education in children, you create awareness, meaning what they were not aware of, the things maybe they were skeptical or they had divided mindset, they come into full comprehension, full knowledge, full understanding of everything you are talking about. So they begin to understand y is y x is x, and y t is t, and s is s. So they have the full comprehension of that. So talking about them creates awareness in them. And then when they grow up with such awareness, nobody can talk them down on anything other than what you have inculcated in them. Some other parents or some other societal people say, no, this thing shouldn't be spoken in the house. It is the duty of the teachers. Yeah, that schools should handle such aspects or such topics. If school should handle such aspects or such topics, it means that even the school should handle your child from the day you give birth in the hospital. They should be the one to carry the child, bath the child, feed the child, meaning start teaching the child from that tender age, if that's what you mean. You know, the school should be the one to teach your child to say good morning, to call mama, to call papa or mommy, daddy. The school should be the one. So that's just a myth or that's just a fear because so many parents shy away from it. So schools are not the ones to handle such matters. They all begin from the house. So parents are the ones to handle such matters. You best know your child, and then you best know what you want your child to become, how you want your child to behave in the society. They say the good leaders of the society tomorrow begin from the house or from the home. Let me say home because house is just a structure. They begin from the home, the foundation, the basics. You shouldn't look at what happens up there after some time where there is corruption comes in, sets it and whatever. No, but as the Bible says, teach a child in a way that when the child grows up, the child will not depart from it. That's Proverbs. So if you want your child to stand out tomorrow concerning this area, so you have to teach a child from the house, from the home, not in school. The school is not responsible for this, parents. It is our duty, it is our responsibility. Okay. And then our fifth segment should be practical tips and tools for parents. So if you find it difficult as a parent to explain this thing to your child, to talk with it, you can have kids some little kits, or you can have manuals or videos that is at the starter level to the adolescent level. So at the starter, you can play it to them or give them to study it. Then when they study it now, they'll start asking questions, and please parents, when they ask those questions, you should answer them as they are. You answer them as they are. Don't beat around the bush. Don't beat around the bush. You can also, yeah, as I said, there are books, there are videos, there are websites that you can use to educate your child on this. Then you also should also know how to answer awkward questions without shutting them down. As I was saying, that answer their questions appropriately without going around the bush. Okay. So if they ask you a question, answer it directly and frankly. And it also depends on the age, the language you use for each age. It should be appropriate. You shouldn't use a language that the child will not be able to understand what you're saying and instead make the child more confused. All right. So if you have questions on this or you have any addition to make, you can come up with them. So what do you think about inculcating sexual education in your child's life from a teenage age? That is from the toddler to a teenager. Is it right to start at the toddler age or not? And to you, at what age is it appropriate? And is it the duty of parents or the duty of teachers? Can you share your own ideologies? There are two people in the house. Can you please identify yourselves? You're welcome. I'm waiting. The topic was raising body confident, sex smart kids from toddlers to teenagers. So I just heard this little talk today to empower parents so that they can start having these little talks with their children from a tender age in order to better equip their minds for what lies ahead or what awaits them ahead. Everyone is quiet. Am I a robot? I have spoken now. Can you please make some additions? And also, here we also believe that it is not right, especially for a girl child, to sit on the lap of a male, whether the brother, the cousins, the uncles, even the father. They say it is not appropriate because it can stimulate, it can create some tingling effect, and then the mind starts moving. So it is not appropriate for the girl child to sit on the laps of the opposite sex, that is the male. What do you think about that? Is that network has started again? And another aspect is we should also be mindful about the way our children dress up, whether at home or outside. Most often parents say they want their child to look hot. I don't know if it is the child has become fire to start cooking food. And those things, this word is being used now. It has become like something common, something normal. Others say they want their children to look sexy, and we know very well that sexy means sex appealing. So we believe that when your child looks like that, it means by its name, you're appealing for sex. So dress your child decently, appropriately, teach your child how to sit. Not just sit and open the legs because the child has maybe host or whatsoever in there. No, teach your child how to sit appropriately, dress up appropriately, behave appropriately, and then also teach the child about preserving his or her self dignity. And then this song, my my son at I think when he was in primary one, 5 years old, he came back home singing the song. If you touch my private part, I will tell, I will tell. So that is a song that they so they use that song to teach them this, so they should be aware that no one is supposed to touch their private part, not even their. So they said, if you touch, I will tell to mommy, I will tell to daddy. Which means that if mommy touches where mommy is supposed to touch, you go and tell daddy. And if that whereas he or she's not or he's not supposed to touch, you go and tell mommy. And even if a stranger touches, you come and tell mommy or daddy who's at the moment. So make sure that is to make sure that the child always reports this action in order to avoid sexual abuse. Also teach them how to maintain clean hygiene, that is how to inculcate hygiene in their everyday life so that they will smell good and then they have it will boost their self-confidence. Okay, my camera is doing shaggy. Network 2 is tighting. Network says no today. And it's not just about the girl child. Most often we focus on the girl child and then we forget about the boy child or the male children. They are not left out. They are not left out. Now we're hearing so many rape cases of male children or even adults. So it's not more funny or just to rely on the girl child. All of them are vulnerable. Both sexes are vulnerable. So as we are teaching the girl child, he ought to teach the boy child the same as well. He ought to teach them. I'm waiting for your contribution. Then can we call it? Okay, for all those who have been following in the background and notifying themselves, thank you. You are always welcome to drop a comment and please subscribe to support the channel. If you are just passing, hope next time you settle down. And if you are a member of the house, as usual, your seats are always warm, cozy. And this is the rainy season, you also have thick blankets and pullover socks, okay? And thick bonnet. All right. Good night to all of you. May the Lord show mercy upon us this night so that we have today is a brand new day, so that we have new opportunities to explore, so that we can have new seeds or more good seeds to sow in order to have an abundant harvest. Stay safe, take care, and don't forget to thank God always. So, as I say, it's not by might, not by power, not by righteousness or holiness, but by the Spirit of the Most High, because He decided so. So always thank Him. Who is in the house? Good night to you. Please double tap to like and subscribe to be part of the family. Thank you. All right, see you today, God willing, in the later hours of the day, because we're already in a new day. Here we have 12:22 a.m. It's 12:22 a.m. So it's already a brand new day for new opportunities, new beginnings, new relationships. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, all, for your support. Hope to see you later in the day. Remain blessed. Who just came in when we're about to go? We're about to go, baby. Who is it? Who are you? Hope you all learned something.